Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today, we're going to talk directly to the Republicans. And we're going to talk about what the Republican takeaway from the hearing should be. Right? You know, there's a lot of people who are liberals who have a very high expectation that the hearings are somehow going to convert you into a liberal. It's not going to happen, right? You know it and I know it. That isn't going to occur. You're not going to suddenly become a Democrat over this, right? So, what's your takeaway from it? When you look at the evidence that's been presented, when you listen to that audio of Bannon saying, hey, this is what Trump's going to do. This is how he's going to trick everybody. This is how he's going to cause this mess. Laughing at you. Make no mistake about it. If you believed these claims, the people you trusted were literally laughing at you. That audio and then the outtakes from after the 6th. Those outtakes from the 7th. Where he's saying he doesn't want to say the election's over. Even though at that point he knew. Between that, you have to know. You have to know you got tricked, right? Somebody you trusted abused your trust. It happens. And those pieces of evidence, that's not anybody you can deflect from. This is them. Their words, their faces. It's them. If all of the failed lawsuits, the total lack of evidence, the investigations that turned up nothing, if that didn't convince you, certainly their own word should. You have to acknowledge that you got tricked. You got played. Okay. Fine, you acknowledge it. Now what? You're not a liberal, right? That didn't change your views on the state of the world. So the Republican takeaway isn't vote blue no matter who, right? But what should it be? To me, the number one thing that Republicans who believed this, who bought these claims, or Republicans in general, the one thing they need to be doing is looking at everybody who ran in the primaries, echoing Trump's claims. Those Republicans you're about to be asked to vote for, you need to look at them. Did they get up there and question the election? Did they repeat his claims? Did they push that information out there? After all of this time, just to keep the fundraising money going, to keep tricking you. You have to look at them. And you have to ask yourself, was that person, was that candidate, were they tricked themselves? Or are they also laughing at you behind your back? Because it's one of the two. Either Trump manipulated them the same way he did you, or they're in some room laughing at all of the money you're sending them. Laughing at the trust that they can use however they want. It's one of the two. And I'm sure, and I mean this, there are probably cases of both. There are probably people who truly believed Trump, who are now running for office. And there are probably people who knew he was lying the whole time, but didn't care, because it was their gateway to power. It was their gateway to get you to trust them, so then they could play you. If you're a Republican, you have to figure out who is who. You got to figure out who's going to stab you in the back. I don't envy the task, because it's probably going to be hard. But that's what you have to do. At this point, you've acknowledged it. And if you haven't acknowledged it, with everything that has been shown so far, if you still believe something happened with that election, if you still believe Trump was acting in good faith, you probably need to talk to somebody. Because there's nothing to support that. There's nothing to suggest that he was doing anything other than trying to stay in power by any means necessary. And that included betraying you. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.